Okay, so we're here with Cris Edmonds again this morning. Cris just got back from the Arnold Classic. Had a good time there. We're going to finish up our performance series today with Cris. Last time we worked on thoracic mobility, shoulder mobility, just trying to get his T-spine moving a little better in all planes. That will assist with some shoulder mobility, some scapular mobility. And today we're going to take a look at scapular strength, low trap, mid trap, rhomboids, serratus anterior, just to make sure that the scap is moving the way it should be during his shoulder lifts, his chest lifts, any upper body movements. And we're also going to try to get that mid back, upper back moving again with some joint manipulations. He had a chiropractic adjustment yesterday, so we may get less than we want, but we're still going to try to get in there and get some cracks. Let's get started. Pretty good. Can you get your hands behind your head? Yeah, that'll be just fine. So we get some muscular pulling here too. We've got low trap creating some separation between the vertebrae here. Now we just gotta get enough leverage on you. Okay. Alright. Let your elbows kind of fall down. Oh, this isn't gonna work. It's too big. Okay, so let your head fall down a bit. Okay, take a big breath and out.
Oh,
Aha.
Yeah, that was it.
We got it.
Hell yeah.
Just see how things are moving here. What was that, shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so this spot here is still an area that I'd like to get moving. Okay, going back down. How did that feel? You restricted at all anywhere?
That actually felt pretty good, pretty loose.
Okay, good. Let's go out to the side. Straight up. That looks pretty good too. Okay, good. Let's go hammer on the back.
That was my shoulder.
All right. Where do you feel tightness here?
To the shoulder, entire shoulder joint.
Okay, sort of scoop it around this way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, you can come back down. And let's see you reach down here. So.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Okay, good. So I'm gonna pull your shirt taut here. Okay, we'll just sort of tuck it in there. We looked at what the mid and the upper back are doing on that shoulder flexion movement. Let's take another look at it, and I'm gonna see how the low back is positioned here. Okay, so the arch didn't change a whole lot. You do have sort of an exaggerated lumbar lordosis here, but a lot of heavy squatters, a lot of people with big strong glutes will have that appearance. Okay, so let's go over to the mat and see if we can get this segment mobilized, and then let's compare shoulder flexion afterward. So we saw from an active motion standpoint that this area wasn't moving a whole lot with shoulder flexion. So we're gonna get in here and do some PA, posterior to anterior glides, so we can get a feel for the joint mobility. He's moving slightly better than he was last time, but still not a whole lot going on there. Just doesn't really budge there, does it? Good. That looks pretty good.
That feels good.
Okay, you can come right down. Let's go out to the side. Good. Okay. So we got a few there, right in this area, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, so, okay, let's take this hand off to the side. I'm gonna pull you up through here. Hold that there. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, don't let me press it down.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's not just you. And then pull that scap in through here. Try to cut this upper trap off. There we go. Okay, hold there. Don't let me push it down. Okay. I'd like to do some rhomboid middle trap work.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a tough one.
Okay.
Let's pull scap down and in here.
Sure.
All right, relax for me. Let me put you in the position. Because we don't want upper trap cutting on. Okay, hold that there. Should feel this guy firing.
Yep.
Okay, hold that there and let me press it down. Okay, that's usually a tough one for people.
Yep. I don't think you want to lift me off the table.
Okay, same thing here. Let's pull that scap down and in, thumb up. Okay, that feels good. Hold there, let me press it down. Okay. So some compensations there, right? Start to lift that leg up.
Yep.
So this is an area that's gonna need a little work. Okay, and it might be because you don't have a ton of mobility through here.
Correct.
All right, and hopefully with that manipulation, we've reduced some muscle inhibition around this area, and hopefully as we continue to work on mobility, that this area will continue to improve in strength. But I'd like to introduce you to some specific exercises to strengthen the low trap and mid trap rhomboids.
Definitely.
But we're going to work on some of that external rotation mobility. When you're bench pressing, it's easy for the elbows to sort of flare out and for you to lose some pec and some rotator cuff contraction if you have limited external rotation. Right? So it's the difference between keeping the elbows at like that 45-degree angle and letting them flare out because you don't have the motion to stay here. So let's go here. Let's go elbow in front of shoulder, like the same as what you'd do with the posterior capsule stretch.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to take this and push you into external rotation.
Okay.
Okay. Now if you've had any like UCL injury, Tommy John surgery, anything like that, this wouldn't be a good one.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. So, and this is obviously too high for me, but you're gonna get in the same position as a sleeper stretch, but in standing. Okay, and you're gonna keep that torso parallel with the bar and just rotate out here. And you'll feel a big stretch through here,
Okay.
which is likely where that subscapularis is coming around, the internal rotator. Give that a shot for me. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, through here.
Where you said it, yes, sir. And what? Just drive back there and hold for a few seconds.
Yeah, let's hold for 10 seconds. You can add some contract relax with this, where you get close to that end range and then you push the palm into the golf club, and then you should be able to go just a touch further. So you contract that subscapularis and then you relax and see if you can get those fibers to stretch out a little more. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, there's the contract. 5-second contract, 10-second relax and stretch. Okay, and this is a good height for you here.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's so stiff.
So this is going to be a more functional external rotation stretch for the exercises that you'll be doing. Things like pressing and pressing.
Yeah. Let's see how I can feel any difference. I actually feel that to my pec.
So try to make sure that when you're rotating in, you're not rotating from here,
Right.
but firing that subscap instead.
Ah, there. Yeah.
Position as we tuck the scaps down into the back pockets.
Okay.
But with your mobility right now, that's a tough one to get into.
Yes.
So we're gonna compromise
Okay.
with this sort of movement. Okay.
Yep.
It's not a shoulder extension.
Yeah.
It's more of an extension with some external rotation. So we still get this external rotation component.
Got it.
Some extension with external rotation and scap depression.
Okay.
Right. So if you feel upper trap working here at all,
I'm in that wrong position.
yeah.
Got it.
The upper trap is going to be the opposite of the low trap, so we don't want it working.
All right, so your hands were here.
Let's go a little narrower. Okay, so let's reduce this. All right, so same thing here with the rib cage. Try to keep it down. We don't want a whole lot of extension taking over here. Okay, and I want you to, you're pretty in tune with your body and firing different muscles, so I really want you to try to fire this low trap through here. Good, how's that feel?
Good.
Trying to minimize extension. You look a lot bigger on this ball than most of our patients. I can't even see the ball into there. Yeah. Now, did you feel the upper trap?
Yep, sure did. And you saw me shoot my shoulders down.
Yeah, that looks better. Perfect.
Yeah, almost a cramp now.
The back?
You get that mid trap. No, right where we're hitting, or low trap.
Perfect. Good job. Okay. So I always still have the weights in the hand.
Yes.
And you've been doing something similar to this, but I think that you've been trying to target posterior delt, less than scap retraction, rhomboids through here.
Okay.
So I want you to do reverse fly, but emphasis is on pulling the scapula in towards the spine.
Got it.
Okay, and let's go with a neutral grip. Yeah, so let's go palm down. There we go. Yeah, so I want to see a crease happening here. I want you to feel like this tissue is approximating, this tissue is getting closer together. Good. And this looks great because, you know, this shows that we don't have to use full shoulder, you know, horizontal abduction range of motion here. We don't have to have the arms way out in this T shape to get good contraction through the rhomboids and middle trap.
Yep.
Okay, how was that?
That feels, I mean, that area is fired up like crazy right now.
Perfect, perfect. This exercise, pressure here,
Okay.
some slight rotation away from the wall, and rolling here with the same emphasis on keeping not letting the elbow flare out.
Okay.
We can get similar trap work here, and you can add a band or a weight to that. I'd recommend adding a band to it for.
God, my arm just doesn't feel like it wants to move that way.
Okay, give that some pressure. Really push into that foam roll. Okay, and focus on rotating the shoulder blade around the rib cage.
Yeah.
And you should feel that firing.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You give me 100-pound dumbbells, and that's easier than this stuff.
The 100-pound dumbbells are really heavy. You probably don't walk in anywhere if there's not 150 pounds on the rack.
No. That's what I used to be a member of Crunch.
Let's switch sides.
And the reason I switched is because they took the big ass the heavy dumbbells away. I was like, the guy with the dude owner came to me like, you do love the new place? And I was like, yeah, but you got all the heavy weights.
Yeah.
You took them away. You want all the meatheads like me to get out of there. Make more room for normal people.
Normal people. Maybe they'll start serving pizza on Wednesdays.
Yeah, no stuff. Good God.
We've got a foam roll really just to give us a frictionless surface to roll on. Make the movement a little more efficient. Okay, so we're going to start with this about shoulder height. Okay, and we're going to try to get the hands wider than the elbows here against this band. Okay, we keep the elbows tucked in as we're pressing this foam roll into the wall and rolling upward. Now I feel a ton of work in my low trap and in serratus here. Okay, low trap I think because it's getting a good stretch as I pull that scapula around the rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, shaking already.
I can see it. I can see it through your shirt.
Shaky, shaky. All right, I'll have you sit up here.
Okay. All right, so you want that chest height?
Yeah. I'll hold that there. Throw that band around your hands. Okay. Now remember elbows inside of hands.
So there.
Yeah, so try to walk the hands out. Good. Keep the elbows tucked here.
That does not want to go
Okay, so we'll do some mobility work there. Okay, keep those hands out. Roll up, give this some pressure into the wall.
Oh, God, yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay, so you can feel that serratus firing.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see this
Yeah, that is
scapular
cranking.
upward rotation.
Good God.
Good stuff. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, keep those elbows in. So like the go-to exercise for low trap. If you
Okay.
have good control of your scaps
Okay.
and you have good external rotation mobility.
Okay.
Okay. So we get here.
Right.
Sort of like that reverse fly or that, I don't know, I call it like a tiger row, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
With the elbows elevated.
Yep.
Okay, so we get back here. Elbows same height as the shoulders, just a touch lower.
Okay.
Higher is going to put you in an impingement position. You don't necessarily want that.
Right.
Okay. And then we're going to open
Oh, wow.
here and back down. Now, my axis of rotation is straight through here.
Okay.
Right? I don't want
You're right.
this. I mean, we can get some extra work that way, but it's not as targeted of a motion as this straight external rotation. And you can see what the upper back is doing here
Oh, yeah.
too as it moves into extension. Great exercise all around.
You made it look really easy. I'm sure it's not.
Try this for me. Well, I've been showing this exercise to a lot of people. Okay.
There, and now start to rotate.
Yeah, and then make sure that the scaps go down with you. Same thing here. We don't want any upper trap. Okay. And we should feel as you come back, things working
Yeah.
through the mid back. Good. Make sure the shoulders are staying. Make sure the elbows are staying at shoulder level, I guess you would say. Remember the axis of rotation straight through here. Where do you feel most of this work?
Right now, it's destroying my rear delt.
Okay. Let's get a little closer here. Okay. And keep this in the same position. So I think you're getting a lot of rear delt work too. Well, maybe because you've still got some lactate in there from yesterday.
Oh, it could be.
But
yeah.
You're getting a little bit of this and then going back.
Okay.
So we're kind of targeting rear delt a little more than I want. I want
Okay.
you to stay back here the whole time.
Okay.
Rear delt's just isometric. The concentric work is happening here.
All right, so that's a good start spot.
Just rotate through the elbows. Good. Yeah, when you're used to working to fire the rear delts the best you can, it's tough to keep them from working. There we go. Good. So I can feel that low trap jumping into my finger here.
Yep.
So that's what we want.
And I have more tissue in my rear delt than I have in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it wants to take up some load.
There we go. Good job. Both sides are firing. Perfect. Start to feel a little more in here?
Yep.
Good.
Thank you for all your work, man. I appreciate it.
If anything else flares up or you find that your stretches are kind of stagnant and you've mastered some of them, you'd like to get something a little more difficult or you just feel like they're not going the way you think they should, make sure you come back in here and give us a shout. We'll see.
I will. I'll tell people to come see you too.
I appreciate that. All right.